All right, guys. Well, welcome to this week's update. Bitcoin is headed to 68,000. We're going to talk about that in just a bit, along with a few other indexes, and we'll talk about where this market is headed. But first, a little housekeeping. Um, those of you who have been my followers have noticed that I've done quite a few updates to the site, and I'm going to show you a few of those in just a second. But first, I do want to thank all of my followers who took the polls that I put out about 3 weeks ago. I asked a few questions, and I was just trying to get a feel for what direction the site was going to take, what kind of features you guys were interested in, and how I should proceed in the future on my site. So those polls and the answers to those polling questions have helped me out tremendously. So I want to thank you all for the time that you took to input those results. Okay, a little housekeeping before we begin, and I apologize to those of you who do not follow me on my Substack. If you want to go ahead and skip ahead to the technical analysis, it'll be about a minute or two here. Just want to let my followers and subscribers know a few of the updates that I've made to the website. First of all, here at the top, and let me go ahead and zoom in a bit. Here at the top of my site, you'll see a few new tabs that have been added. And one of those tabs is the Trade Alerts tab. And in here, this is where I'm going to start posting all of my trade alerts. The reason why I'm doing this is because some of you guys are just here for these macro overviews of the stock market, the dollar, the SPY, and just the overall direction of the US stock markets as well as cryptocurrency. You're not necessarily interested in my particular trades, all right? What my subscribers pay for is to see what I'm trading, see what I'm doing in my portfolio. And as many of you guys are aware, I've got a new indicator system which is just on point, and I'm really excited about implementing this new indicator combo because I think it'll help us dramatically increase the success of our trades. So I've put out a trade alert section because I think we're also going to, in the future, be increasing frequency of trade alerts. And I don't want to spam all of those of you who follow me for just my main content in the newsletter with all of these trade alerts. So you can go to, I believe you just hit your drop down on your, excuse me, my dog's barking. 1 second. All right, he's still barking, but he's upstairs. So, anyways, if you go to your settings, or actually, yeah, hit your profile, hit the manage subscription, and I believe that this is the section where you'll be able to see. These are all my sections. I have perpetuals, which for now I have sunset. We're just going to stay away from leverage trades for the time being. Didn't do too well on that. I was up 270 some percent, and then poof, gone like a fart in the wind. All of that. So I'm just going to stay away from leverage trades. It's what I've always recommended, anyways, just for the time being. I mean, maybe I'll get antsy or bored or whatever and open this section back up. But all of you will be by default subscribed to each one of these sections. And if you want to reduce the noise in your email or your inbox or even your push notifications via the Substack app, you go to this section and you can uncheck each one of these that you want to unsubscribe to. And if you leave the top one there, which is Stu Dalmas, this is my main newsletter. If you leave that checked, you'll still get these macro overviews. But you can unsubscribe to each one of these and reduce the level of notifications that you are receiving in your inbox and via those push notifications. All right, so then back here, I've also implemented a copy trades section. This is by popular request and demand. A lot of you have requested this. I've hesitated in doing so because I didn't know until I was yesterday years old when I found out I can actually do copy trading on DEXs. All right, I thought I had to go to a centralized exchange, which I'm leery about for several reasons, which I enumerate in this first post here. You'll see that. I'm just trying to stay away from the danger of the centralized exchanges. Additionally, it's a contrarian to every point of the cryptocurrency philosophy. So it's kind of ironic that so many trades are performed on centralized exchanges, complete with KYC. Once again, decentralized money is becoming centralized. It's the age-old cycle of history. All right, the third thing I want to show you is my spreadsheet, and you'll see the link at the top here. You'll see the spreadsheet link on my page. All right, and that will explain, well, this is kind of outdated. I've got to update it, but it will give paid subscribers a link to my current trade tracker, which shows all of my current trades. Now, as you guys know, I have implemented a new signal strategy. So I've developed also a new spreadsheet to track those trades. The way I'm going to do this is I'm not going to sunset the old trade tracker just yet. I really, I'm hoping to, still hit that goal of 100,000 in 3 years, from 10,000 to 100,000 in 3 years. I think that's still possible. It's still on the table, and we still have time to do that. So I'm not going to retire the old one. But this right here is the new spreadsheet in which I'm going to be tracking the new trades put off by my signal indicator. All right. And you'll see I made some changes to, updates to the spreadsheet. One of the things I want to do here is track, are we actually doing better than holding Bitcoin? All right. So my first couple of trades have not we're not quite up to, but you can see, I have quite a bit in stablecoin too. So I don't have everything fully in the market yet, but the idea here and the goal will be twofold. All right. Number one, we're going to try to hit turn 10,000 to 100,000 in a quicker time span than my old portfolio. Which if we hit it will be about 3 years. I'd like to turn 10,000 to 100,000 in 2 years or less. And I think using my new signal combo, we can do that. The second goal would be, obviously to beat the hodlers, those that are holding Bitcoin. All right. And the third thing that I do want to mention about the new spreadsheet, which will slow us down a little bit, but also it's going to captivate more attention, because a lot of you guys who follow me on this channel are stock traders. So we're going to trade stonks as well. And you can see I've got Google in here. I got a buy signal for Google, and I got a buy signal for GameStop, a degen play. All right. But all of these are in the profit right now, well into the profit. And so we're batting 1,000 so far with the new signal. All right, and now on to technical analysis. You can see here, I have the Google chart pulled up. I had drawn this bull flag. Let me get out an arrow here so you guys can see. You can see I've been making a lot of changes. I even made a change to my spreadsheet. My eyes are getting bad staring at these charts all day long. So I wanted to go to dark mode, hoping that it'll ease the strain on my eyes. Anyways, we have a bull flag here, which, like I said, we would hover under that 200-day moving average. This red line right here is the 200-day, and I expected us to do that about a week before we broke out. This looked like a bull flag. Sure enough, it is. We are going to 68,000, folks, before we hit some more resistance, and that is where we're headed. And I'm going to watch my indicator closely. So far, what I've been doing, guys, on all my plays, why you haven't heard much from me, is I haven't got any sell signals. Everything on the charts is lit up like a Christmas tree. It's all green. And so I'm waiting for a sell signal to signal the time for change, trend change, at least for a little bit. I do expect still that Bitcoin is going to 88 to 92,000 by the end of the year. Not much more to add on the Bitcoin chart. You can see I have a few more indicators up. These are just helping me to confirm the signal, the new signal combo, as I continue to test it out and experiment it with it. All right. Dollar. Let's head to the dollar. The dollar actually has done a lot worse than I thought it would. I, previously expected us to bounce here on this support of 100. You can even see I have W pattern drawn. I have a level of resistance up here. I expected us to test the underside of this pink trend line. Maybe we still will. I don't know the answer to that right now, but it's looking like we're going to head all the way down to this white trend line, which you guys know I've talked about for quite a bit of time. That comes all the way from 1984. So the dollar continues to be weak and weaker than expected. All right, with the dollar dropping like a rock, really, and the VIX is way down here back into our channel. I haven't updated all these colors on my chart yet so that we can see them. As long as I'm here, I might as well do that. Let me change the color of that trend line as well. Anyways, so the VIX is way down here in our channel, which we have remained in for the good part of a year and a half at least. And we're back down there again. So with the VIX low and the dollar low, we can continue to see gold, oil, the SPY, take off like a rocket, and that's exactly what's happening. Previously, I was expecting, okay, we came to a cup and handle target on gold at 233, and there was this ascending wedge. The probability states would drop from that wedge rather than break out and go above it, but with blow-off tops and volatility in the market, sometimes these things go the opposite direction, and that's what happened with gold here. I do expect a pullback soon on gold, but for the time being, it continues to rocket. And oil is a big clue. Oil dropping means there is more elbow room in the corporate economy to make profit, to hire. Everything is good when oil is cheap. It's a big indicator in the economy, why so many people follow it. And oil continues to drop here, and that continues to support our thesis that the SPY will continue to blast off and target here. Now, I don't have it zoomed out to the weekly. Give me 1 second while I do that. All right, so I had this cup and handle on the weekly, and if this thing plays out, which it's looking like it will, it's going to take us a full send to 650, 700, possibly even higher than that. I don't know exactly what the target is, and with blow-off tops, it's often hard to predict anyways, but I'm thinking we go to 650, 670, possibly even 700 or higher before it's all said and done here. And that is exactly what's taking place. Everything is falling in line, guys. Everything is showing us that we are continuing this trend up at least through the end of the year. And my idea is that we go all the way through mid 2025, even to the end of 2025, before everything is all said and done. Of course, there will be bumps along the way. There's lots of rumors of wars and all of those kind of geopolitical and macroeconomic events can throw wrenches in the trajectory from time to time. But for now, we are well on our way. And of course, the reason we follow all of this is because mainly, at least previously, we were crypto traders only. And now with the new indicator, we are going to be trading stonks as well. And so we have to continue to keep an eye on these things. And everything is looking good, guys. No Nothing along the way that leads me to believe that we're just going to all of a sudden drop back down to the bottom of that channel, at least for the time being. We do have some resistance, and let me just zoom in quickly and show you what I'm talking about as far as resistance. Okay, I just realized I didn't have the indicator up on my chart, and so I figured as long as I'm doing a video here, I might as well show you what indicator I'm going to pull here. So I have it in my favorites, but the indicator has to do with order blocks by Flux Charts. I'm going to put that up here on the chart. This is one of the liquidity indicators that I utilize. And you can see we have a big block of liquidity coming all the way back from here. And look at where it's intersecting, guys. It's intersecting us at the top of this channel. That is where we had a lot of sell orders in. So one of two things is going to happen. Either people pick up and start selling there again, which I imagine they will do to some degree, because you know all these people that were holding from back here are going to be anxious to get out if they're the trading type. All right, so they're going to be anxious to get out and you know at least break even. But then there will be those that are on the bull train and still on the bull train, and they will be buying. So if we get above the top of our channel here and get through this block of liquidity, that's when all hell breaks loose, and we are just going to go, you know, rocket ships all the way up to my year-end target, 88 to 92. So, again, I think that's going to take a little bit of time. I think up at the top of our channel, we're just not going to break through this immediately. We'll probably, just like we did with the 200-day moving average, probably hover under the top of that channel for a few days and shake out a few of those more anxious traders. And then at some point, we get our God candle and break straight through that liquidity. At least that's what I'm hoping for, guys. Well, it remains to be seen if that's what happens. But that is what I'm hoping for. So hopefully this helps you and gives you kind of an idea of what the time frame is that I'm looking at for this type of breakout. Again, I would expect that to occur maybe not till mid-October, but it looks like these bulls are a little bit anxious to get going on this. All right, we only have until the end of the year, and we have this election cycle coming up. The Fed keeps dropping rates. All of these things are good for the prices of our stonks and our crypto. All right, hopefully this has helped you guys, and if you have any questions, leave those in the comments. I'd be more than happy to hear any feedback that you have, whether bad or good. It's all feedback that I utilize. Until the next video, peace, y'all.